crying. What's in your head? In your head. Zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head. Zombie, zombie, zombie. How's it going, folks? This is Wayne Art, back with another lesson. As always, an amazing song today, Zombie by the Cranberries. This is actually a great beginner song. Not taking anything away from the song, I think it's an amazing song. But it's pretty much, 4 chords all the way through the song. You don't necessarily have to do the strumming pattern here, so I'm going to show, sort of absolute beginner, sort of a really easy way of playing it as well. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so the song is in standard tuning, and as I explained in the intro, you're pretty much going to want the same 4 chords all the way through the song. There is a couple of sort of breakdown parts after the second chorus and at the end of the song, but I'll talk about those in a short while. So your first chord is going to be an E minor. Now each one of these chords goes for a bar, but we're going to do sort of 8th note strumming, which I'll explain in a minute. I'll just talk about the chords first. So we've got an E minor. Okay, the second chord is going to be a C major 7. So a nice easy way to change that is keep the second finger where it is. That's on the 2nd fret on the D string, and our 3rd finger will go on the 3rd fret on the A string. We're not going to play the low E string, so. Okay, and the last chord is just moving all that shape up to the A and the E string. So 2nd finger on the A, 3rd finger is now 3rd fret on the low E string, and that will give you a G6 chord. Okay, you could also play that. I prefer to play it personally with the 1st and 2nd finger doing those chords, but it's whatever's easier for you. If you are a beginner, I think it's you're doing an E minor with your 1st and 2nd finger. Obviously you can use that 2nd finger as an anchor finger. Okay, and the last chord is a G6/F sharp. Okay, so sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. You're only going to need 1 finger for this chord, so that's going to go on the 2nd fret on the low E string. But what you want to try and do is mute slightly, slide your finger down slightly, so we're going to mute the A string, so that A string's not going to come through. So, and we're going to play that sort of a bar as well. So in its basic form, I think this works really well with downstrokes. So sort of double the strumming up. You could do it if you're trying to sing it as well. It's a good one to get into singing. You could just do, play 4 strokes to the bar. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 another head down slowly, child is slowly. Okay, so if you're a beginner, it's a good way to play it like that. Maybe if you're getting into singing and playing, which I might do a lesson about that shortly. Loads of questions about singing and playing, so that might come up again. But it sounds a lot more effective, so if you add another 4 strokes in, so if you add a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, all downstrokes at the moment, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so you could do that, and it's quite effective. There's a couple of things that you can sort of suit that up if you're just doing sort of downstrokes. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just put an open strings in just before you hit the next chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Or another thing you could do, so on that last sort of, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, you could do a quick flick, a quick down and up. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... also, so it adds a little bit more in there. But for the more seasoned players, because this is a great song to play anyway, you know, just because it's easy to play, you should know that. I think, you know, some of those type of songs are the best sort of written songs, and obviously you have to be a genius to write songs like that, else we'd all be doing it, wouldn't we? But if you want to, you know, the strumming pattern that I was using, so that will be a down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. Now there's a couple of sort of breakdown parts, so it is pretty much those same 4 chords all the way through the song, but after I think the second chorus it goes back and forth with the first 2 chords. So it'd have the E minor to the C major 7, back to the E minor, I think it's going to do that 4 times. Okay, then it sort of goes into the outro, and then at the very end of the song it's also going to do that again. So great easy song to play, amazing song, so that is pretty much all you're going to need. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Hope you all dug that, and like I said, it's a great song for beginners, or if you are a seasoned player and you want to, you know, play it the other way that I showed you with the strumming pattern. But if you do know anyone who's sort of beginning guitar, I think that's sort of a great sort of easy song to get started on. It's also a real great iconic song as well. So like I say, I hope you all enjoyed that. If you got any other requests for any other, not just Cranberries songs, although I don't mind doing Cranberries because there was an amazing band. I've done a few Cranberries if you want to check those out. I think I've done Linger if you want to check that one out. But anything 50s to modern day within reason that's going to work on an acoustic guitar. You know the drill now. You could either comment in the post below, or a good way to reach me these days on social media. I'm Wayne R Guitar on Facebook, Twitter, and now also Instagram. And that way you can send me a personal message. I do always try and reply to messages, and I'll hopefully try and get round to doing a lot of your requests soon as well. You got to appreciate I get hundreds, so I do sort of have to, you know, handpick them a little bit. But please do keep them coming, because that's what keeps this channel going, as always. Just like to thank everyone for the support over the past few years, and people who have subscribed and continue to subscribe. I really, really do appreciate it, as always. Like I say, that's what keeps this channel going. If you are subscribed, there's a little notification bell down there somewhere. If you want to hit that, you're going to get notified every time I, you know, post a lesson up, which is either once or twice a week these days, and that way you can get straight on top of it. So that just leaves me to say have a great morning, day, night, whenever it is you're watching, and I'll catch you all for a lesson very soon. Take care.